I'm out today on what might very well be a very, very, very silly, foolhardy adventure. Why put up with the midges and the terrain? I'm not saying I will put up with the midges, because I want to go and see if I can find something that is hidden up in the woods here. And I've wanted to go and have a look for it for quite a long time now. So today's the day. I was sitting bored at home and I was like, what can I do? So this might be a terrible idea because midges, overgrowth, it's raining on and off. Terrible ideas are the best ideas. Right, let's see if I can get through here and see if there's any chance of getting to this old settlement. This is quite a satisfyingly pretty clearing. It's like stumbling across an accidental, easy to access possible camping spot. Nice. I've checked the map and the settlement should be, I say settlement, it's only a building or two, but it should be up here somewhere. How cool is this? You gotta love a feature, a rocky outcrop, I don't know. Simple things, I'm a simple person. Oh man. Dudes, this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. I kind of wish I'd brought my coffee kit with me now, but I didn't because I thought, honestly, Annie, there ain't no way you're getting through those woods. But guess what? I can see from up here. You know when your day's just been made out of something really simple? Like, do you see up there more wall? Nothing pointing at the right thing. More wall up there. So this is where we're heading for. I can see it and it looks like we can get to it. Yes! Let's go and see if we can find this thing. This stuff is some of the worst because you've no idea. I use my pole to like prod the ground. So you've no idea if it's suddenly going to go into like a bog, and this just takes me back to growing up on the farm. And my sisters who are older than me, I think this is why I've turned out the way I have. My sisters, I'll turn these round. They would deny this, but my sisters who are older than me would drag me out. I would be like, 4 or something, and they'd be like 10, 8 and 10, and they would drag me out to places that my little short legs struggled with. And I guess so that I could just be part of it, I would just have to try and keep up. So, oops, I think it toughens you up, she says. I just checked the map and it looks like literally just, you see behind me, just, I never know which direction to point, up there. So we'll follow the dike up and see how we get on. Do you know what that is? It's a stile for getting over the walls. To me, this is a treasure feature. There would be another step down there. You just use these, step over, and of course they stick out the other side. You step down the other side. Love the reclaiming of nature though. I just fell down a hole. So the thing about a stile is that it's got to go somewhere. You can maybe see it better from there. There's the bottom one, next one, and then there's a little one at the top as well. And the thing about a stile is that it's got to take you somewhere. It was to join up to locations so that you could get over the wall easily. I've looked at the map. There was another settlement further up. I actually think I've done it in one of my earlier videos from a couple of years ago. Maybe I got like something like I discovered something hid in the woods or something. I've got a vague recollection that I might have done that before. Maybe it was connecting up that settlement to this one. Maybe it's just so that they could get through into their fields easier. Don't know. Yeah, I just need to be a little bit careful here. There's a stream, and then up into that corner is where we should be heading for. I just want to point out that for you guys, well, for me too, I've just came up through there. Just saying. But the effort from coming up through there, I see what looks like a doorway. Ah, how cool! Oh my god. Oh, this is, oh, wow. Oh, wow. Oh, I feel quite, I don't know, like, emotional? Rewarded, anyway. Oh, I've got to bring you up here for a look. So there's more back there. This is a small, so we just came through a door there, and this is a small enclosure or a room. And then over here, there's more. Nature doesn't mess around either though, does it? So we'll have a look down there in a wee second. What I really didn't expect is for there to be things here. So that looks like an old metal bucket. I really did not expect that. Absolutely, this is just blowing me away. It's amazing. I'm just watching that I don't stand on anything. I think I maybe stood on some, like a glass bottle or something a minute ago and broke it. It's buried in the grass, so I could hear it kind of cracking under my feet, and I don't want to... I know nobody's ever going to come here. I know, you just want to leave places as you found them though. Especially when they're going through the process of being reclaimed by nature. And humans... I know humans are part of nature as well, and I've heard that argument often, you know, that we can leave a little bit of a footprint because deer leave a footprint, foxes leave a footprint. I get that to an extent. I just think human footprints, right on cue, fall a little heavier than animal ones. Considering that this was a little off-the-cuff trip today, it's... oh man, just, it's proving to be way rewarding. So that looks like maybe another doorway there. We came through from over there. This is a much bigger room, maybe a byre. Nah, this is a pen. This isn't actually a ruin here, this is a pen. Okay, so you can tell, obviously, now that I've seen it. 'Cause there's the top of the dike there. So maybe that's some sort of little parlour or something, little shed. There is more, about 500 metres or so that way, but there was no way. I actually thought about going there as well, but I looked at it on the ground. I looked at it on the map as well, but I looked at it on the ground and there was not a hope in hell of getting through that. That is a winter project. So we'll save that one for the winter time. And for today, I think we're more than happy with this. This is phenomenal. Something wrong about walking through people's walls. You can see the stuff going off into the woods there. I'm trying to take you on some sort of coherent journey around this. I know it's much harder to tell what's going on a camera than it is for me on the ground. So it looks like there's another entrance there. Let's have a wee look at that. We came through from there originally. Okay, it looks like just, well, I mean, it wouldn't just be piles of stone to them. I'm not sure, but that's been a doorway. We'll go back round the other side. Let's go back through there and see what was to the side. You know, I'm back in that small first room, as I called it, and it's had like mortar of some sort. Somebody, I know, used to do lime mortar, and I don't know if that's what that is. If anybody knows, let me know. Which makes me think building, and then there's a bucket there, but that's a finished wall. So, don't know. Maybe it's just been a little, I mean, I guess there could have been a roof on that. I feel like I'm standing on a fairly solid floor though. I don't know, I'm not sure if it's an enclosure or a room. Let's have a look through there. Just laughing, the tree's been there so long that it's fallen over. So many strange little trees as well. I don't know why they're strange. I suppose you just, I don't know, they are quite strange looking, look at them. Oh, nice, there's a lunky. So a lunky, I think we can get through there. Let's push through. A lunky is a little hole in the dike that allows smaller animals, maybe like a sheepdog, to get through, or sheep for that matter, but not larger animals, say like a cow. But it can also be, oh, there's a very satisfying bucket on the other side of it as well. Oh my goodness me. That's like either something out of a horror movie or kind of picture perfect. Something about that bucket sitting back there, it's quite enticing. Maybe it's a trap. I'm going to send you through for a better look. Imagine something grabbed the camera. Ah. Do you see anything? Anything at all? Anyone there? I suppose you could let your imagination get carried away and these places could seem spooky. Well, they sort of are, I suppose. Beautiful though. I think if you're a curious person, these sort of places are. They just bring your imagination to life. Who lived here? What was their lives like? What was the lunky for? How long did it take these trees to grow up here and take over? How long have the people been away? Was that metal bucket from them? Was that came at a later time? There's quite a lot of metal buckets. And why did they leave them all behind? Why didn't they want their metal buckets? Was it because they used them for something specific to here? Were the metal buckets just something they didn't need in their new lives away from here? So at some point this place was obviously abandoned. I'm going to look it up. I found out a bit of history about the last place that I went to, so I'll see if I can find out anything about this. Let me show you some of the other things that are lying around. It would be cool to come back here with a metal detector. I kind of thought this place had been excavated, but obviously not, because there's so much stuff lying around. Like years and years ago. Maybe though, that little thin tree there behind my bag, it's got a caution tape on it, so maybe, I hope it's not like caution don't stand here, because I stood there. So there's more. I'm in a sort of, another maybe an enclosure or something, I'm not sure. Quite big. Trees are talking. Oh, I just turned round. Oh my goodness. Oh. Do you see it? Please subscribe to my channel. What do you think's inside it? As a dry stone waller, I will say that it's not unusual to find things in dykes. That looks like it's had something in it, doesn't it? I mean, something that's long past knowing what it is now. Trees are talking again. Oh, I wonder what that is that's in there. So, here's the question. Would you take this home? I know people love to get souvenirs from places, and sometimes it feels like I turned round there and my eyes went straight to that. Sometimes it feels like the thing's being gifted to you. And that is, I mean, we've been on an adventure today, and that is an amazingly lovely, simple little find. But this is one that I'm really interested to know what other people think. I've got a thing for leaving things where they are. Not when I was younger. When we were younger, we would just pick. Maybe there's an innocence there. Maybe I'm overthinking it. I'm certain I'm overthinking it. Am I overthinking it? Would you take that? Or would you feel like it belongs here? I'd love to know what that substance is in there. By the way, you never know what substances are in bottles, so I'd highly recommend not opening them and fiddling about with them, because it could be anything. Especially like old farms and stuff, and even when I was a child on our farm, there could be bottles of anything sitting about. People weren't as cautious as they are now. Not everything had warning labels on it. Anyway, I'm going to put it back. I came round the corner after looking at that little glass bottle, and I just spotted this hidden under the moss. There'll be a full-on ecosystem in there. I wonder, I mentioned earlier that this place, I thought it had maybe been excavated, and I noticed quite a lot of pieces of metal sitting along here, so I wonder if it was, and this is where they've left things that they found. Just leave that sitting there. I wonder. Expecting there to be more stuff just hidden under the surface. So there's a bit of a bucket there. But this looks like an interesting little metal. Oh, not so little. Oh, yes. Actual cauldron. Just a cooking pot rather than for making spells. Well, we never know, do we? We never know. Reclaimed. It's amazing. That's fab. And there's more. I don't think I'm going to work out what that is. Top of a can. Yeah, it's just a can. What I'm wondering is whether or not the people left us stuff like this, or whether it's been, this could be another cauldron-y thing. Oh, and there's another. Oh. Imagine if you had a metal detector, I'd be just going crazy. I'm beginning to think that See, the yellow caution tape there, I'm beginning to think that all these things were found during an excavation and that they've been put there and then left. I have to say that having done this quite often before, this has been a very rewarding one. It's very peaceful today as well. It feels nice today, like a nice place to be. It's hard to imagine, isn't it? Like the people, well, I don't know, maybe it's easy to imagine actually. The people just going about, doing their thing with their animals up here, up in the hills. The quietness, just the noise of the farming life, their metal pots and buckets and bottles. Amazing. All reclaimed by the trees and the birds now. Mossy. That's the small enclosure there. I just stepped round the side just to get another look. What's it about these guys and their buckets? More buckets. Interesting. I mean, I know they're just buckets, but it's just everyday life, isn't it? And that's what's interesting. It's funny to think, actually, isn't it? That I'm going to guess this was abandoned in about 1860, 1880, something like that. So we're talking, what, 150 years. When they left here, do you think they had a discussion about how in 150 years' time somebody would be coming up here making a YouTube video about their buckets? I love it here. I love it. I have had just such an amazing time here today. So hard to get up here, and I've got to get back down through that again now as well, but so worth it. Just so rewarding. I can hear the buzzards as well. Time to head back though. See if I can bash my way back through all that undergrowth. Thank you so much for coming with me today. What a lovely little adventure. And if you've got any thoughts about who might have lived there and what their lives might have been like, let me know in the comments, because my little imagination just runs away with me. I'll look it up and I'll try and find out. If I find out anything that I've not put in the video, I'll put it in the description about who might have lived there and what their lives might have been like. I don't know if I'll be able to find out anything or not, but I'll see if I can. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.